Ken Unger again for Kingdom Tsunami 2020 in Northern Ohio. Awakening of God. It's going to go across the state of Ohio and 100 miles in every direction from there. We believe it's going to go across the United States. Why do I say that? Because the guy handed me a 3-page prophecy he wrote six months before I ever said the word tsunami, telling that this was going to happen and describing exactly what it is. One of the key people in my life who has been very important to me is my dear friend Sydney Amicucci. And she's with us today. And Sydney and I met back in the days of AOL chat rooms. We became friends, and she has been the key person I've gone to when I don't know what to do. And I'll call Sydney, and she'll say things like, oh, I'm itching all over. And as soon as she says that, I know she's heard from God. And everything in the 19 years I've known her that she has told me has been dead on, spot on, accurate. And I've come to know her as a woman who is totally selfless and has discovered many multitudinous ways to help people heal, including this week. In fact, I want to start out with, before I forget it, we have permission from Ed to tell everybody what happened with Ed's wife in one phone call, okay?
Certainly. Everything I do, I pray about. I always kind of joke around and say, okay, it's me again, God. And it's one of those things that I ask, and I had talked to a friend of mine years ago, and I was like, well, I know I pray a lot and I get information. It's the gift of knowledge. Some people call it also intuition. And with this, I ask and I receive information. And I started asking because a dear friend of mine that was somewhat a mentor many, many years ago, and I said, well, I was born intuitive. I've had this since I was born, and I just know things. And you explained that it was the gift of knowledge because everybody said I was psychic. And it's like, I'm not psychic. And he says, it's the word of knowledge. So that makes perfect sense.
People say she's a medium. And she said, Ken, I'm not a medium. And I tell them, no, you're an extra large. Because she's so much bigger than anything any fake medium can do. And 19 years, I've seen the accuracy of everything you've said.
Thank you.
And then you met Ed through me.
Met Ed, and then you
kind of bonded with Cindy, his wife.
That she was having sleeping problems. So I said a prayer, and it's like, I have to talk to her, and we have to say the Lord's Prayer together. So I called her up, and she's, I sleep 2, maybe 3 hours, and I'm exhausted, and she's taking care of her mother and all these other things that we have to deal with while we're here. And so I said, well, that's going to be cleared from you, and you're carrying things from even way before that, and it's interfering with your circadian rhythm. Now, I'm an ex-psychology teacher and sociology teacher and all that, but mostly trauma therapy and counseling that I've worked with people. But I really rely, what people don't get, is I rely on God's Word to help me to help people. So we did, and then Ken calls me, 2 days later, and I just called, and she's getting 7 hours and 7.5 hours of sleep a night. So she texted me, and I called her up. I said, are you still now able to sleep? She says, I am sleeping through, and I just talked to him today, and she's still able to sleep. So what happened, just within our phone call and praying together, her circadian rhythm, that's what controls our sleep pattern and our waking state and all the different chemicals, which I won't go into the science things. She's doing really, really well. And the point of this is everybody, 100%, can actually access those same skills.
See, and that's why I'm so excited, because when we do the boot camp for the Tsunami, hopefully this spring, we're going to have people like Sydney come in. How many of you would love to hear God better? I mean, I'm going to guess if we had 10,000 people here, 9,900 of them would raise their hand because they really don't know how to hear God. At our boot camp, you're not going to just be lectured. We're going to put you to work, and our teachers, our trainers, are going to equip you and train you to use what you already have. And I won't even go, can explain it electrically, how the brain works, and the pineal gland and all of this stuff, how it happens, but she's going to teach people to do